It's a move that is illegal under federal election law. Joining me now is Democratic California Congressman Khanna. He is also on the House Oversight Committee, which is taking the lead on this inquiry. Congressman, very good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining me. As we know, Democrats are also calling for DeJoy's immediate suspension, in fact, as Postmaster General. Give me a sense of how serious these allegations are.
Alex, they're very serious. I mean, there are many people who are sitting in jail for what DeJoy did. He basically is allegedly has reimbursed people to make contributions to political campaigns. There are a lot of people who have had to get lawyers who've been prosecuted. It is unconscionable that someone like him is still overseeing the Postal Service 2 months before a critical election.
Your colleague, Congressman Carolyn Maloney, says that these allegations mean that DeJoy may have, in fact, lied to the Oversight Committee during testimony last month. What was he asked about then, and is it possible that he perjured himself, and will your committee hear further testimony from him?
It is. In fact, I remember Congressman Krishnamurthy, my colleague, asked him explicitly, did he ever reimburse anyone for making a contribution? And he said no. In fact, he was outraged that Congressman Krishnamurthy was even bringing that up. So he has a problem of perjury, but he has a more fundamental problem, and that is that it is anyone who is close to politics knows that the cardinal sin is you cannot reimburse someone for making a political contribution. There are plenty of people who are sitting in jail for that. So regardless of whether he was overseeing the post office or whether he was in any part of government, he should not be there given the seriousness of these charges.
So if it is proven, if these allegations are proven to be true, might he be facing jail time?
Yes, I mean, there are a lot of other people who have faced jail time for exactly this crime. You cannot have someone contribute to a candidate and then reimburse them for that. The U.S. attorneys have looked into this for many people, and people have been prosecuted. Dinesh D'Souza is an example of someone who spent jail time for exactly this, and not nearly to the level of the allegations against DeJoy.
So in terms of reaction, sir, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows has called this move politically motivated. What's your response to that?
I don't understand what's politically motivated. There are serious allegations. He has not given a transparent answer to the House committee. And this is wholly apart from all of the other actions he's taken in terms of the destruction of federal property and possibly interfering with the election, interfering with veterans getting their medicine. I think for the sake of the country, for the trust in the system, we can at least agree that he should not be overseeing the Postal Service during these 2 months. And he's taking a big risk because if we do have a new administration, I don't think they're going to protect him in terms of an investigation.
Well, in fact, the Oversight Committee, as you well know, that has subpoenaed DeJoy for some documents related to his communications with the Trump campaign. I think he's got till Tuesday to comply with that. Are you hoping to actually get them, and what do you expect to find in them?
Well, we always hope to get the documents and to shed light on what he disclosed to the Trump campaign. We need to understand further whether he did reimburse any of these donors. But his testimony was stonewalling to our committee, and the administration hasn't been cooperative. I think they're hoping to run out the clock before the election.
Let me ask you about the postal system, all the concern about mail-in ballots. And the extent to which you might have any concerns about the ability of the Postal Service to actually properly process these things in a timely manner. How long might we have to wait until we actually know who's the President of the United States?
Well, I'm very concerned. I'm concerned because DeJoy has taken out sorting machines, has taken out mailboxes, and I don't understand why he can't just put them back in, at least until the election. The second thing I'm concerned about is the state laws. States need to start counting these ballots before Election Day. I don't understand why you can't have states like Pennsylvania amend their law to say these ballots need to start being counted before Election Day, so we're not waiting weeks afterwards. And there has to be some grace period that if you postmark your ballot before Election Day, it should be counted, even if it gets there a few days later because of no fault of your own. So I believe that what we need is reform movements in these states to make sure that people aren't being disenfranchised.
Yeah. Let me ask about the California fires. I know that your district there is in the San Francisco Bay Area. To what extent have any of your constituents and your property there within your jurisdiction been affected? What's an update on things?
Alex, thank you for asking. It's been a tough time. I mean, it's been 105 degrees, and you wake up breathing in smoke. Fortunately, there haven't been any casualties or serious injuries in our district. I am very proud of a lot of our firefighters who have been fighting this. But it shows two things. One, climate change is real. This is one of the hottest seasons and dry weather, which is causing this. And two, we need to have better prescribed burns in forest management that Stanford has called for. You know, the Native Americans used to understand how to deal with the ecosystem and have forest fires. We haven't learned from them, and we need to be able to do a better job managing it.
Got to tell you, Congressman, you were speaking to a California girl, and it's really, really hard to see my state going up in flames from far away here in New York. Thank you so much for your time. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you for your empathy and concern.